get it. Chop it up, then split it. If it's solid, then I'm with it. Say let's get it.
Kick stands down, square toes on the ground. Beef all around, now 10 toes down.
If you want it, we can get it. Chop it up, then split it. If it's solid, then I'm with it. Say let's get it.
You
heard?
Yo. So we missing Beaker tonight. I haven't heard from him. Hoping everything's okay. That new job's had him running ragged, so let's hope that's all it is.
say less.
Yeah. What it do, fellas?
Ain't too much, man. How you?
I guess as usual, nigga. Don't nothing change.
I know that's right. Same thing here.
So, happy Father's Day.
Yeah, happy Father's Day.
To all y'all fathers.
Yeah. To all fathers out there, happy Father's Day, man.
By the way, I do want to do a quick shout out. Today is my grandma's birthday. So, happy birthday, Berta. We love you
Happy birthday,
and
brother.
miss you.
Happy birthday, Miss Brother.
Since we're doing birthday shout outs, we got a special gentleman up here in the center of the stage tonight. His birthday's tomorrow. So, happy birthday to Trouble. Make sure y'all tell him, show some love.
I'm not telling that nigga nothing. That nigga birthday until midnight, nigga. I wouldn't dare.
Well, just for that shit, I'm gonna set my alarm at 11:59. Nigga, wake up and
You
call
ain't got to worry about it. I'm calling you at midnight. Like, hey, you better answer that motherfucking phone.
I put the volume up.
Do that.
He still won't answer.
Probably not.
Yeah, I will.
It's all right. I'm gonna send the
Fuck you,
midget.
bro.
I'm gonna send the midget in a brown box to the front door.
Ooh,
He gonna be
yeah.
having that jaw wide open, snoring like a motherfucker at midnight watch.
I'm waiting
It's
for
all
the
good.
midget.
Hey,
I'm sending the midget to the door.
speaking of packages coming in a box, so to you brothers that know,
Oh, you got your
Oh,
shit?
Spur
Oh,
game.
Spur gang.
What's happening, Spur
Spur
game?
gang, yeah.
they came in. I've been running ragged. I ain't got them put on the boots yet, but you know, gotta talk about that. Shout that out real quick. So shout out to brother Spokes for showing some love.
Yes, folks, my shit better be in the mail. I know that.
And you know, I had to rub it in because Huck, he's on the show tonight. He's been waiting on his shit forever now. So, you know, he got kind of mad when he found out I got mine. He's like, hey, look, this ain't the first pair. It's the second pair.
Ain't nothing big about that nigga, man. Keep the little pet names to yourself. We live right now.
Facts. Pause. But yeah, let's get it started. Welcome everyone. Um, it's been what, several days since we all spoke. Hope everybody's doing well. Um, hope everyone had a good Father's Day. I had a good Father's Day. I had to spend some time with my girls. I'm a girl's dad. A dad's girl, whatever the case may be. Uh, so that was awesome. First Father's Day with both, right here in the garage. Um, I want to give a shout out to my brother who's not here anymore. I got that news on Father's Day, so it's kind of a bittersweet moment. But shout out to my bro Houston, man. Love you, bro. Gonna miss the fucking shit out you. Um, got the news late. Had no idea that you had been dealing with stuff. But with that being said, we're gonna walk right up into this disclaimer, and that's gonna walk right up into what we're doing tonight. Welcome to Kick Stands Down. Kick Stands Down our way. These are our thoughts and opinions. Our thoughts and opinions only. They have nothing to do with our respective clubs and who we may or may not associate with and or support. However, we're going to spit it from the top of the brain. We're going to say what the fuck we want to say, and we're going to mean what the fuck we mean. You understand that? Welcome to KSD. KSD our way. We'll start off the first segment with mental health. It's still mental health month for the men. It's also what else, Cross?
What for tonight's episode?
No, sir. The for this
Mental
month,
health.
it's something else. It's mental health month for
It's
men, but
mental health and PTSD.
there we go.
So,
Awareness, right?
yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna keep that mental health segment kind of short. Um, because we spoke on it a little bit, and we got a lot to talk about tonight. So as far as the mental health situation, as far as us men as we go, we tend not to speak as much as we need to. I'm not telling you to go out your comfort zone, but what I am telling you to is uh, take another step to get some help. You know what I'm saying? If you can't figure out the problem, and then you feel like you're always tired and you're always this, and you're always drained and stuff like that, it ain't just work. You know what I'm saying? It's something else that's going on mentally, and you need to figure it out. And sometimes we can't figure it out by ourselves. And fortunately enough, there's paid advisors out here that can actually guide you in the right steps. Hopefully, with the PTSD and everything like that, I've never witnessed it. Personally, I don't think. I'm not sure. Can't diagnose myself. I'm not a doctor. I might. I don't know. But if you have, and if you are experiencing that, yo, all jokes aside, all bullshit aside, go ahead and get you some help while you're still here. Like I just said, I had to give a shout out to somebody tonight who ain't here no more, and it was neither PTSD nor mental health. I mean, he worked in the mental health arena, so to speak. It was just cardiac arrest. I mean, dead in the fucking parking lot, bro, at work, pulling up to work. So, um, it's just tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, check on yourself, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Take those breaks. I don't give a fuck if your significant other don't want you to take a fucking break. Fuck her, fuck him, respectfully, disrespectfully. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, seriously, big bro. Like the thing is, man, people leaving too fucking much, and they're leaving too much at a what I consider a young age. 40 is a new fucking halfway point. You see what I'm saying? It used to be 50. That shit been gone. You got motherfuckers leaving this bitch at 33. Praise God, we're still here. You know what I'm saying? Or whoever you pray to, Allah, whatever. Hey, I'm not judging you, but it's times like this where we can talk, right? But not everybody has this ability to do what we do. It takes a lot of courage, and you have to be somewhat of a people's person to do what we do. You know what I'm saying? And carefree, judge free, and that's where a lot of PTSD, mental disabilities come into play because people are always worried about that judgment zone. They're always worried about what's going to come next and who's going to say this and oh my gosh, and, all that right there. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Cut that shit out, man. As real as I can say it and as humble as I can say it, cut that shit the fuck out. Like, say what you mean what you say, and don't have a care in the world afterwards because you're not gonna be able to change nobody's opinion anyway if they're gonna keep it. For real, it's just like assholes. Everybody got one. Everybody's gonna have an opinion of how you move, how you talk, how you look. You know what I'm saying? What you're gonna do next? Who you date? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, all jokes aside, man. Like, I gotta keep saying that shit. This year and beyond, live your life according to how you live your life, yo. Don't live your life according to nobody else. I don't give a fuck about your goddamn spouse. I don't give a fuck about your goddamn dog. Live your life how you choose to live it. Don't let nobody dictate your. You can let somebody rewrite your damn story for you and live vicariously through you. And then when your damn chapters are over with, they get to laugh. You see what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna go on too much of a tangent, but with that mental health shit, man, I'm serious about it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been doing the shows like talking about, but like I said, Frost and KSD have presented it here, so we're gonna put it in as needed. But that shit's serious, man. Stop fucking around with yourself.
please stop fucking around with yourself because your body gonna tell you when it's lacking something. And if you're not paying attention to it, then it's gonna keep going down the fucking chain of command. Just like fucking on the set, just like in the damn job career. You know what I'm saying? Just like working anything, your body has a chain of command. So once you start neglecting the chain of command in your body and it start to fuck up your mental breaking down, it's gonna fuck up all this shit up here. And all this shit is working organs and moving parts and it's your functionality right here. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna start up here, but that shit gonna trickle all the way down. And once one fucking tear starts breaking off that motherfucking building, all the rest of the tears get weak. And finally, you fucking collapse. So stop your bullshit. You know what I'm saying? For all those nosy ass motherfuckers that's out here tuning in, appreciate you, like, share, subscribe. But stop being a fucking nosy motherfucker, man. Stop putting your mouth on people's shit, man. Stop talking about people, man. Chill the fuck out. Because at the end of the motherfucking day, you don't know how that person gonna take it over there, man. You might be pushing the motherfucking button, killing motherfuckers, and you ain't even know it. Because you're such a fucking agitator. Some people don't know how to handle that shit, dog. So just chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Focus on yourself. Get something new. If you're above 40 like we are, you need to probably switch it up if you're still in your same damn lane. If you ain't doing nothing different and your life's still the fucking same, you need to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. I see too much of it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like speaking on everybody and anybody damn life, but I'm speaking as a whole right now. Like, I see too much of that shit, man. And it's all a mental game because you get inside people's heads and they really feel like they got to start doing certain things to appease certain people. Stop, man. That shit crazy. The government fucking us over enough. Stop fucking up your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Your neighbor got kids. Nigga, I got a 19 and a 5-month, nigga. You think I'm gonna let you play with me? I'm not. There's nothing that you can say to me. You know what I'm saying? You can say it if you want to. It depends on the day. You're gonna get a reaction, allegedly. I don't know which one. However, know what you're talking about and who you're talking to, and stop pushing people, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody deserves a hello if you're that type of person to speak. Don't be so fucking quick to damn judge. That judgmental shit can fuck people's mental shit up, man. You really don't know how fucked up people are out here. There's a lot of fucked up people out here, man. I walk past them every day. I got to deal with them at work. There's fucked up people down. Listen, man, I do pest control for a living, right? I have to remind myself that I'm at work. Because some of these people that I'm going to their houses, I'm not trying to bring none of that negative energy back to my domain in my house and my kids and my old lady and my family. But the way that they come off both, that sense of entitlement, that damn up the fuck here type shit, the reason why they do that is because somebody fucked up their damn mental and they feel like they got to do that to be somebody. You got to do that, man. You ain't got to start off being nasty to people, man. Just chill the fuck out. If you ain't no people's person, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? If somebody brings some shit to you, just keep that shit a whole band with them and let them know, hey, listen, did you say that to such and such place? Unfortunately, I can't hear about it right now, bro. I got my own shit going on, or sis. You feel me? How y'all fellas feel about that, bro?
So I'm gonna step in real quick before thugging because I know he trying to hold himself back real quick. You're going in tune, like I told you earlier when we was talking about the show. You're going in tune with Law 18, and Law 18 is do not build a fortress around yourself. Isolation's dangerous. Cheers. So
So
we as men and even some of the sisters tend to isolate, tend to stay quiet, tend to put up them castle walls to try to protect yourself. But in the long run, it will end up doing a lot more damage than it will benefiting you. Because then while you're out there and you're isolating yourself, you get that mindset, and I say this from personal experience. You get this mindset that I'm in it alone. I ain't got nobody. I can't open up to nobody. I can't speak to nobody. And if I do, they just gonna judge me and not listen to me and not be able to help anyways. So what's the point? Well, the point is that even if you sitting by yourself, let the walls down with yourself. Don't build them up around yourself, because if you speak it, you can bring it to existence. Okay? You hear these people that do the daily affirmation stuff. You know, the sisters is into that. I am beautiful. I am great. I am happy. I am whatever they may say. You know, I don't do all that. But I do speak on the stuff. Man, I gotta get this job. I gotta get these bills paid. I gotta handle this and this and this and this. And the isolation, it tends to make yourself feel more worthless and more useless than it does helping you mentally. Um, as someone who comes from the streets, I've been by myself plenty. Even whenever I'm with my family or brothers or whatever, you know, there's a lot of the time that even whenever you're around the group, you still feel isolated. So that's why we do this. That's why we speak on it, is to get it out there. I sit here and I tell myself every day, I got this. I can do it. One more day. Y'all know that's my motto. One more day. Help one more person. Do one more good deed. Try to stay sober one more day. Do all that. So that's my 2 cents. I'm a let Thuggin jump in now.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Um, of what you were saying, trouble. Uh, a lot of people in today's society, they go off of what others say. They go off others' judgment. Wherever their homeboys, their homegirls is, that's what they go off of. They don't get to church. They don't go, and a lot of people, and just it's like majority, man, 99% of the world won't go up to a person and tell them what they feel, or if they have a question because they didn't heard about them, they won't. They just want to go off the other person's opinion, and that's just the way it is. It's a habit. Habits are hard to break. So for somebody to to do what you ask them to do, it's gonna be damn near slim to none, because you know what I'm saying. It's repetitive. Whatever you've been doing your life, how many years they've been doing this, is part of their character now. You know what I'm saying? And if your character traits is going off what another person says and not getting to know this person yourself, that's your fault. That's your flaw. You know what I mean? You just know how to deal with everybody. Um, the isolation, putting up walls around yourself. First off, you have to be mentally strong to be isolated. Like, um, isolation is made to break you. Isolation will give you enough time to think about everything negative that's ever crossed your path. An idle mind is a devil's playground. And a lot of people, including myself, I've been isolated for the last 3 weeks. I'm used to isolation. I'm a loner. Some days it's harder than others, but it's it's something, like I say, it's repetitive, something I'm used to. A lot of people that put these walls up is because experiences. It's because of hurt in their life. And when people get hurt, you know what I mean? They take that hurt and they grab it and they run with it and they carry it and tote it like a backpack. Take that hurt, take time to heal, and take that hurt and put it in the ocean, the toilet, flush that bitch, kick that bitch, burn it, and start fresh. And you having fresh experiences, you're gonna step outside that box. You know what I mean? You should learn. Everything you go through is a lesson. So these experiences that you go through aren't made for you to put this brick wall up. These experiences are made to teach you. You're supposed to step back and look at what you went through from beginning to end and figure out what you were supposed to learn on that journey. And a lot of people don't take that time or even have that understanding to know about doing that. So definitely dangerous. Definitely something that you have to you have to be mentally strong to put these brick walls up because it'll tear away at you. You know what I mean? Allegedly, I've been seeing some grown men in isolation, hang themselves, kill themselves. You know what I mean? They flip out and never come back, and it's all because the mind is programmed ever since birth. You're programmed to be around people. Ever since birth, you've been programmed to be around somebody. At no point in time in your life have you not been with somebody. When you was a baby to school, you know what I mean? You're always around somebody. So to isolate yourself is definitely is foreign to the body and it's foreign to self. So, do your best. Do your best to put your hurt up. Don't let your experiences change you. Don't let your experiences make you put this brick wall up. At the same time, you put this brick wall up against the oldest saying from Mother Wisdom was you're blocking your blessings at the same time. So that's what I gotta say on that.
Do
So
you? Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Do you feel, since we're talking about isolation, right, and in this law, do you feel, or do you guys feel, and live audience members, um, and everybody who's watching, do y'all feel that at a certain point in life or at a certain stage in your circumstance that you should isolate? And if you do feel that way, do you feel like it's healthy?
So there is an isolation period for me. Okay, that isolation period is when something happens, right? I need that period of time to be alone, think about it, think how to solve it, and if I can't solve it, learn how to get over it mentally so I can try to move past it. But as far as holding yourself in isolation, I think that's where the law goes with that.
I think I think the word isolation and what you described aren't the same thing. It's me time. Me time is the time that you need to yourself away from everything. That isolation is seclusion from everything. You know what I mean? You're bunkering in, you're not getting out the bed, you're not eating, you're probably not showering, you're not doing too much because isolation consumes you. Like I said, it consumes the mind. And just like how the body, you got these organs, these moving parts, the body will eat itself if it doesn't know what to do. Same thing for the mind. If the mind doesn't know what to do, it'll eat itself. And when it eats itself, you destroy your self-destructive. Now doubt comes in. Now fear come in. All these negative emotions flood your system because of this isolation. Where if you're out and about, even if you go into a bar or wherever the fuck, and you're sitting by yourself, not talking to nobody, you're still out and about. And like you said earlier, Frost, I've been surrounded by 1,000 people, and I'm by myself. It's because you're looking at these folk that surround you. Yeah, you cool. You know what I mean? They all right, but you're pretty sure you give yourself 100% chance that they not understanding what you're going through, have been through, or will even be able to handle what you're going through. So for me, isolation is a must. I wouldn't even say isolation me time. My me time is a must. Now I have been isolated these last 3 weeks, and you know, all bullshit aside, this shit. Like I say, some days are better than others. I've had more good days and bad days, but definitely, even with being alone in my whole life, it's a struggle. It's a struggle some days. You know what I mean, motherfucker? Motherfucker can't work because of the rain. Oh, well, what am I getting out the bed for? What am I answering phone calls? I'm gonna go take my shower and wash my ass and brush my teeth. But you know what I mean. Besides that, I don't want to do anything. And that's what isolation does. It slowly pulls you from your normal routines. The shit that you would do, get up, go see your homeboy, go out, have a drink with your sister. You don't want to do none of that when isolation kicks in. That's why it's so dangerous because it'll shut everything down. Your body shuts down. You shut down mentally when you shut down. The head goes, the body will follow. You know what I mean? If you're an active person, the isolation will make you lazy. You know what I mean? So yeah, and it's and the time frame for isolation, it should be never. It should only be me time. Should nobody be isolated.
So, what I was gonna say before Trouble hit us with his question. So, the laws of power are put here to to help gain, right? Not to help fold or fail. So, how could not building that fortress around you and avoiding that isolation, how can that be powerful? How can it help you?
Well, it's always it's situations where if you are around people, you're probably gonna you know, end up behind a wall or dead. And you know that. You know what type of person you are as a man, as an individual, on what you can and can't take. Everybody has a limit. Can't nobody tell you what your limit is. But when you as a person know that your limit is there, you know this is your limit and you're right here, isolate. Don't let nobody first off, you shouldn't be letting nobody take you out your box to that point. But since you are and you're getting to that level, that's where I'm gonna still say this again. Me time is important. Put that me time in. Go out. Step out. You know what I mean? By yourself. You don't need no homeboys. You don't need no homegirls. None of that. That me time now, you go, you meet people, you go talking, that's cool. But that me time, especially when you know a situation can get sticky or a situation can get you in a situation where it's not all good, that's probably the best time when you know for a fact that it's gonna cost you more than what you're willing to pay.
What you say, Trouble?
Breaking down that word isolation, right? ISO means single, just individual. Isolation is a period of time. So I can honestly say I don't even know if I really truly isolated myself. going off of what going off of what Thuggin was talking about as far as um, how he has been through his isolation period, and I'm listening to what he's done in his isolation period. I haven't had it. I've had a period of confusion. I've had a period of wanting to be alone, me time. I've had a period of fuck everybody. I don't feel like talking. Now I don't know if that falls into play with isolation. It might, because if you're not talking to anybody, you're isolated. But like you said before, though, we were trained to be around like-minded people, whether they're like-minded in our terms or just the physical sense. We were trained to do that, and you're absolutely correct. I'm strong on me time and self development. I'm strong on when there's too many negative forces around you and your energy level is draining faster. I'm all for taking a step back. I'm all for um, I'm all for the whole isolation thing, but some people, I can't remember which one of y'all said it. Some people aren't strong enough to do that isolation shit. They get stuck, and that would be my only concern with you know our advice to people as far as trying to do an isolation. Know yourself first. Know if you can do it, because if you can't do it, that's something that you might not want to play with because, like Thug said, you go idle mind is a devil's playground. And when I tell you, when you start thinking about all that negative over the years versus positive, because you're really not thinking about any positive in isolation, you're only thinking about what's been going on that's negative. You got to be strong minded to be able to dig yourself back out of that hole. So what I will say is to the whole isolation conversation and everything like that and the law, um, know oneself in order to better one's priorities. All right, because everything has to be put into a category. Everything, because if you don't organize in your brain what you're thinking about, whether it's more important than this or less important than this, you have to categorize. Because if you don't, that damn negative Nancy that doesn't even fucking matter that happened 4 years ago that just popped up in your brain is now going to take over that positive thought pattern that you were supposed to be on, that positive wave now. And that can come from not only isolation, that shit can come from like what Thugger was saying also. Um, these guys and gals that are in their 30s and 40s, they are trained to go. They are trained to them put certain things into the atmosphere, trained to them throw you off your motherfucking rocker. So even if you find yourself repetitively getting thrown off your rocker, then you need to check your circle because that circle might be too big, or it might be increments in that circle to where they're penetrating your damn mentals, and you're
Yeah,
not
okay.
even realizing.
I'll hop in real quick. Let me tell y'all something because you said the word. You said the word circle. I don't have a circle. I have a straight line. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't have a circle. Because no matter which way you turn in that circle, somebody's behind you. You have to watch your back in the circle. But if I have a straight line with me in the back and everybody ahead of me, I can see who get out of line, air their ass out, and we keep trooping. So for all y'all that got circles, keep that in mind. You're probably going through a lot of shit with your circle because no matter which way you turn in that circle, somebody's behind you. Go ahead.
Now that was smooth. Um,
So sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. So I'm reading some of these comments, and you know the uh, the institutionalized mindset, right? Some of us have been there, some of us haven't. Um, Whenever you've spent a certain amount of time behind bars, when you come back to the free world, you have that certain comfort level that you had in there. Now, inside, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all, I spent years in solitaire, right? No gen pop, solitaire. I'm in that little cell by myself, and I got to the point to where when they tried to put me back in gen pop, my head was already beyond that. I couldn't do the gen pop. So I was out there for like an hour before I ended up damn scrapping and getting put back in solitaire. I I, I got free, come home, and it's numerous times, not just this last time, but numerous times I come home and I'm still thinking, the comfort level that you do have whenever you're in there, everything is scheduled, everything is timed out. You don't have to think, you don't have to worry about nothing. You know that this meal is coming in, this is your shower time, this is your phone time, this is the next meal, blah blah blah. So some people whenever they come out, they can't get back to reality. It's called being institutionalized. That becomes a comfort for them. Um, I heard someone in the comments say that they've been out since 2008. You don't get rid of that institutionalized mindset. Now, that's true and not true. There's certain things that you can get over mentally as far as communicating with other people and everything. But then you got that time where you don't know what to do because you're so overwhelmed because you're not used to it. Whenever you're in that solitary confinement stage, you don't have to worry about someone coming up, hey bro, blah blah blah, none of the he said, she said. Life is peaceful because it's you and your thoughts. That's it. You and your thoughts. That's all you got. So when you don't have that anymore, it can overwhelm you and get that anxiety up. But with some work, you can you can overcome that and learn how to open up a little bit again. You just gotta not let it run you. You gotta run it. Now, I see
So,
you wanting to say something.
man, listen, I'm reading these comments too, and hmm. So I saw Canada say he did too much. He been crazy ever since. No disrespect to you, Canada. 2 months, I understand. I read it said it takes 14 days for you to lose your mind. That's why it's called solitary. Um, it's made to break. The segregation called solitary confinement is made to break you down mentally. Now, like G.I. Joe, knowing is half the battle. So if you know that this solitary confinement is more than likely gonna break you, you do what you need to do so the mind ain't idle. Read a book, write a letter. There's ways, even in the pen, even in solitary confinement, that you can do shit to take your mind off just not doing that. Just sitting behind that wall by yourself, you know what I mean? And I see it say it causes brain damage if you allow it to. Ain't nothing do nothing to you unless you allow it, unless it's a disease or a virus. But a person being able to change your mindset because they put you behind the wall, I've been there, believe me. I got years of this, years. And I've seen some good, I've seen some not so good. It's just like Trouble said earlier, write your own story. The only time somebody else should be writing your story is if you're a rapper and they're ghostwriting. That's it. That's the only time you should allow somebody to write your story. Because guess what? Trouble, Frost, none of y'all know me like me. I don't know Trouble like Trouble. I don't know Frost like Frost. So how in the fuck can I run down and tell you about Trouble story or Frost story? I can't because I'm not them. And what's crazy is somebody will run down on you and talk down about somebody, and you'll run back and you'll tell. I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming to tell me. But my question to you is, what have you said to make this person so comfortable to come to you and talk about me? What have you said though? Because ain't nobody just gonna run down and speak bad on me unless at some point in time, allegedly, the words you gave them about me weren't good. So they felt comfortable enough to run down on you and tell you about me, but you forgotten that you talk bad about me too. So it reciprocates over to institutionalized. You're institutionalized because of brainwashing. The penitentiary brainwashes you. Why? You get up every day at the same time. You take a shower at the same time. You get yard at the same time. Your lights go off at the same time. You do this every day for years, that's brainwashing. So when you come home, guess what? You still waking up early in the morning, 2 or 3 times. You've been home 2 months, and you've been in the shower in your drawers and in your socks. You forgot. But again, now you know, what do we call it? You're in the free world now. So now you're in the free world. You ain't supposed to take nothing from the penitentiary with you. But your paperwork. That's including the mindset. You're not supposed to take that either. You know what I mean? You can take a piss when nobody watching. You can be outside walking around at 2 o'clock in the morning. You can do everything that you took for granted before you got locked up. So you come home and you still, you isolate yourself and build. No, that's crazy work. You shouldn't let you do. They write in your story. They still have that much power over you to where you want to isolate yourself. No, get out. You know what I mean? Make experiences, make memories. Now, don't get it fucked up. Some days you're gonna be out and about, and it's not gonna go as planned. But that's part of life. That's part about experiencing. That's gonna keep you away from your PTSD and your isolation. Because guess what? Little do you know, having a conversation with a motherfucker you don't know is so relieving. Even if y'all not talking about shit to do with your life, it's just you're conversing. You're not by yourself. Again, look at it. School, from you being a baby, from babysitters to school, you have classmates, you have teammates. We're built and bred to be around people. That's what we're built for. We're not built to be by ourselves. That's why it's called solitary confinement. Because they solitary confine you away from people because we're built to be with people ever since birth. So so prisons, the penal system is built to break. It's not built to rebuild. It's built to break. Because if they break you down so much, guess what you're gonna do? When you come home, you're gonna isolate yourself because you're not used to the free world. There's new phones, there's new buildings, there's new cars, there's stuff you're not used to. So now, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna sit in the house with that flip phone that you got, and you really don't. The flip phone, you don't need a phone because you ain't fucking with nobody. You're gonna sit in this house, your life is gonna be very, very self. So, I respect the fellas because I done been there, but never. You mean to tell me you let this penitentiary and these laws have that much power over you? That y'all institutionalized. I'm 46. 19 of this 46 years been behind the wall. I started at 12. 12 and 19 is 31. I've only had 15 years of freedom. I'd be damned if I'm gonna let these motherfuckers isolate my mental, man. And we're not doing that. We're not doing none of that. So, you know, it's wild. It's a wild game. And we live a wild life. But sit back, take time, take a deep breath, get out your box. When you're in the box, it's like this. When you're in the box, your blinders is on. Get out your blinders. Take your blinders off and step back. Guess what? Motherfuckers that don't play chess, sit and watch a chess game and be over the top like, ooh, you didn't, you missed it. You know why? Because they can see the board. They're not in the game. Step outside of your game so you can see your board.
So speaking on this, me and you have that personal experience. We know. So
Me too, Kevin.
that's what I'm saying. We know. So let me ask you this: when you came home, right? Inside, like bro said down here in the comments, inside is a war zone, and when you come home, you don't have them same rules, right? These normal people don't have that respect and discipline and everything that runs that lifestyle. So when you inside, it's respect, right? If you got respect, you'll get respect. You give respect, you get respect. You show disrespect, you're gonna get disrespect. Ain't ain't none of that. Ain't none of that being babied shit in there. So whenever you come out and you don't have that anymore, these people don't play by the same rules. You don't have that. Someone open your mouth in there, allegedly, you knock them the fuck out, right?
Allegedly.
So whenever you come out here, you can't just knock them the fuck out anymore, because then you're gonna go back in there. Like, whenever you inside, what you gonna do? Arrest me again? Yeah, that's when you go into the solitaire. All right. Well, now I'm in solitaire. I done fucked up again. What you gonna do? Arrest me again? Yeah. Now you lose
Good
all
job.
your shit. Watch me put you in a turtle suit. like it'll get bad. Okay. But you come out here, you got different rules. So how does one get past that isolation and get back into that that common mindset that most people have? See, for me, right, I got out. I ain't gonna lie. The day they took that damn state issued jewelry off of me was a Thursday. Friday, I was at the motherfucking clubhouse having a ball. I'm
Right.
free. I'm
Right.
free. I'm going
Right.
around people. I'm being
Right.
around people. I need people because while I was on that jewelry, don't nobody need to know where I'm at or what moves I'm making. So therefore, I'm staying at the house constantly. I was
Right.
allowed to leave during the daylight. I had to be home at 6, and then I was
Mhm.
on lockdown. But even before 6, I'm sitting at home all the time. Like state calling me, "Hey man, are you okay? You ain't moved in a while." Yeah, I'm sitting on my couch. Oh well, nah, I know y'all's monitoring me. You think you need to know who I'm seeing and where I'm going, and none of that ain't none of your business. Whenever it gets off me, then I'll go out.
Right.
So, in order to get to it, I went to the closest thing I could think of, and that's back to my bros in the MC because the MC works the same way. It's a respect-based community. So, how did you yourself do that?
Well, my situation was fucked up because I was locked up in Mississippi. I didn't live in Mississippi. You know what I mean? So after doing 7.5 there, I don't got no homeboys. I got nobody. You know what I'm saying? My granddaddy. Granddaddy lived probably about 20 minutes from the jail. So the chick I was dealing with at the time, she picked me up and went to granddaddy crib. And I sat and I talked to my granddad. Like we sat in about an hour conversation about being out, how I feel, what I fear, you know what I mean? Same thing, I don't know how to go about this. And lucky for me, he had farm animals, shit I'm not used to. So, you know what I mean, trying to feed a goat and shit I ain't never did before, that was a big help for me. And I'm not like I said, I've always been a loner. So I wasn't trying to go nowhere in Mississippi. And yeah, I wasn't, you know what I mean? I didn't want to, granddaddy was moving, so I really just I had a lot of me time. But at that point in time, my me time was doing shit that, you know what I mean, I've never done. Like I say, feed goats, watch sit and watch chickens and sheep and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit I don't know. This shit I'm just sitting out there getting hot in the bitch, blowing good. Like, so this a goat, huh? You know what I'm saying? And that I'm doing this for hours at a time. Just that little bit of this is a goat shit. It was soothing. It was relaxing. I didn't know it, but I was so intrigued by something that I'm not used to that it took my mind off my reality that I'm home. You know what I mean? And believe it or not, when I first got out, I used to go to church. I would go to church. I went to church because I made a covenant with the man upstairs. So I'm gonna go to church. I went to church.
Everybody finds God when they locked up.
No, no, I didn't find him until I came home. I didn't do it until I came home, and I was cool until I went to the church in Mississippi. And old boy was preaching and was like, "And God said, Isaiah." I think I'm in the back, teary eyed, nigga. I'm talking about I'm in the back crying. I'm talking about crying. And ain't no, yeah, if you know me, you know me. I'm out in that bitch loud than a bitch in the back, like, oh, nigga. Like, so I'm chilling. I was like, damn, nigga, I'm never coming back to church again. Ever. If this dude make hell no, I'm not coming back to church. So at the end, so I'm leaving the church. The little deacons walk up like, yeah, we like to talk to you real quick. Like, okay, cool. What would we like to talk about? Pastor come out, he was like, yeah, I feel it was disrespectful when you was laughing during my sermon. I said, so why the fuck you just didn't get the message out? Why you just didn't say that Isaiah had said something to Tom and them? What was all that choking and shit? You had something in your throat? Why you just drink some water? You know what I'm saying? And they looking at me like, where you from? Don't worry about it, cuz I just know you on the bullshit. So, you know what I mean? After that, I didn't go to church. I did what I said I was gonna do. I said I was gonna go to your house. I went to your house. I didn't like your house. It was some little roaches and shit running around. I'm not okay with that. But that was just me, just being around people again, being around people, And I started with, like I said, my granddaddy, the chick that rocked with me while I was locked down, and then shit. That's about it. Oh, well, that's what I gotta say. What you want, Trouble, man? You been quiet for a hot second. You been over there collecting, soaking it up like a sponge, man. Go on and drop some.
Cause he's a good
Yeah.
boy. He don't know about none of that.
Oh, he don't.
So
He know something.
so allegedly, but so I ain't do a lot of time. I mean, I've been behind the wall, but I ain't did nothing worse. I ain't did nothing worth saying that I'm institutionalized. You know what I'm saying? Um, but what I will say is I got people around me allegedly that have had that time spent, and I've actually lived with my cousin who is now right back in there. But I've actually lived with him, and I've seen it to the point that, for one, I thought he was bullshitting at first. Like, bro, you can't be that damn fucked up in the head to where I mean, this dude was jumpy, dude was just always on edge and shit. And I'm like, yo, what happened? What happened with you in the cuss? Like, what they do to you? Like, who did that to you, though? I know just being in there didn't do all of this, what you're doing. So what? You get text? Like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? So I had the conversation with him, and I got to understand him. Um, and it took him 2 years to finally um, stop laying out all of his commissary in the room and actually use the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as fucking putting the flip flops at the edge of the bed type shit, toilet roll and that type, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, got his whole spread. And I'm just like, yo, bro. So I come in there. I'm like, hey, look, use this for your toothbrush. What is that? It's toothbrush cap. And I'm good. Wasting my fucking tissue rolling it up. I said, hey, man, you ain't in there no more, bro. And you fucking costing me money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're outside now, bro. You can stop doing all of that because all of that is not cost efficient out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go out back, smoke the tree. You know what I'm saying? You can have the garage door open and goddamn just listen to the birds at 5 o'clock in the morning. But stop doing all that bullshit, man. It was to the point that we almost got the fist fighting because he blamed me for something that was stolen off of his commissary store. All right, so now I see what's going on, bro. So you had to fight a lot when you was in that bitch, huh? He was like, bro, you have no idea. I said, all right. So with that being said, I'm gonna get off him. With that being said, I can understand the mindset, and I'm not even going for it. As humbling and as fucked up as I can be, if I did have to do years, I can't say that I wouldn't be on edge. But what I can say is I'll probably be just like this right now, right? The same person. I can't say that I will hold on to the institution and carry it with me forever. I can't say that I would do that
Now,
because I've
see,
been through.
that's not what I was saying. Some people, yeah, some people, yeah, but some people, it's the small things. Like you said something about commissary, and I reached up, I grabbed my snack cake right beside my bed. Right, I got my drinks at the foot of the bed. I got I got certain things that after doing so many years, you get used to. Bro, I did 6.5, was free for 72 hours, and went back in for another 1.5. Okay, so after being in there for so long, there's certain things that you hold on to. I come home, I still eat burritos. Okay, and I'm not talking about a burrito. I'm talking about them ramen burritos, right? I, I still I still have certain things that even though I want to let go of, I can't let go of. Like my kids, they see me eating burritos. Now they eat burritos. They like them, right? So there's certain things that, like you said, your cousin, wasn't it your cousin? Yeah, your cousin was holding on to. Some of it's irritating as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. Some of it is. It's irritating as hell. But then there's other small things. Like we got snack cakes and shit for the house. But them my snack cakes. They stay right here. Those is mine. Don't touch mine. Don't mess with mine. Alright? When someone comes, if anyone comes to my bedroom, you sit at the foot of my bed. You don't come up here and sit on my face. It, so there's certain things that stick with you that you don't get rid of.
No, I get that. I get all of that. What I'm saying is, as far as all of that, what you just said, no problem with it. But it's a choice. It's a choice if it sticks with you or not. Because I do know several Fed time 10 pluses that got out, and none of that shit stuck with them. They threw all of that shit away. Started a trucking business. Uh, Matter of fact, one of them over there with BD, what's his name? Lavish.
Hmm.
He ain't taking none of that shit with him. Yeah, he left all that shit right where the fuck it was. He'll speak on it, but he don't glorify it. My problem is when you glorify it to the point that you make everybody else feel like you're still in the motherfucker. That's what I can't deal with because that means that your mindset, you're stuck. And I don't like being stagnant. So now
Right.
you are stagnant. So if you're standing beside me and we keep having the same conversation, and then you start talking about what you did when you was in there, okay, you have a stagnant mentality, and I can no longer deal with you on that level
And you
because
can't
I'm
even
trying to grow.
and you can't blame it on them. If they did years, I'm trying to tell you, it's mind control. It's mind control. You hear this horn every day at the same time. You hear a motherfucker going back at the same time. Shower time, yard time, every day for 365 days. That's mind control. Now, guess what? You can wake up early. For everybody that got it early, that wake up early, go to work, y'all wake up without your alarm clock now. Why? Because you didn't repetitive mind control. You didn't taught your mind how to. This is the time frame we need to be up every morning. So now, guess what? You waking up 45 minutes before your alarm because you're training. Now your mind's being trained. Same thing with the pen. Pen is brainwashing. So you can't blame it on these fellas that come out and I read Heather Moe say that her husbands they live their life so they don't go back to jail. That's what the pen is for. It's built to break the mind down and put fear in you, fear that you never want to go back there, nigga. So guess what? You're not gonna do nothing. And the weak-minded ones, they're gonna isolate themselves. They're gonna live. They're gonna go to work. They're gonna go home. They're not gonna do nothing. They're not gonna because they the fear of going back to prison. Man, fuck that. Man, I'm fixing to live my life, man. I've been behind this wall too long, sitting, being told what to do to live like tippy toe around some shit. I know what I can and can't handle. I know what my temper and my anger is like. So I'm not gonna put myself in no position to where, you know what I'm saying? It's like, right, it's just different. And you right. Motherfuckers come home and tell, and the crazy part is they not even telling their story majority of the time. They telling
It's
somebody
other
else's story.
people's.
Yeah, they telling they cellmate story. You know what I'm saying? You can't, they can't. These are the same niggas. You got these stories. Nigga, I've been home since 2015, 2017, 2017. I still got numbers. I still communicate with these dudes behind the wall out there in Mississippi, allegedly. So it's like we don't. When we come home, we don't talk about what we did in there. That's not anybody that done some real time. And motherfuckers like, man, how was it? Nigga, it was prison, nigga. I wouldn't send my worst enemy there.
It was terrible. That's how it was.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like you can't really blame these people that y'all call institutionalized. Just know that they mind control. They've been brainwashed. They've been brainwashed by this penal system. That's why a lot of people they go back because you're so used to what you have to do. They don't pay no what bill do you got to pay in prison besides the bills that you create. Out here, you got to pay a light bill, you got to pay a gas bill. I had an uncle. He did 27 years. He came home and he was like, nephew, I can't do it. This is about a weekend, 10 days. He's like, I can't do it. I said, what you mean, huh? He was like, this free world shit. I can't do the free world. He said, I'm not, you know what I mean? I know inside, I know how to move, who, what, when, where, why. I was like, damn. I was like, just stay out. You good. You just take time. I went to school, bro. I came home. My uncle was in prison. This man then shot a motherfucker and sat there and waited for the police. Because their mind been brainwashed 27 years, doing the same shit for 27 years. And now you come into a world full of freedom where you don't have no kind of no look, no nothing. You can do what you want. You're not used to it.
No
You're scared
structure.
now. You're scared now. You know what I'm saying? And then you're probably around the people that you're around. You lost all your people, so you had a halfway house, or somebody that you met online, and y'all been cool working it out. But nigga, on the phone and in person, it's two different things. It's two different things. The penitentiary relationship shit is cool, but a lot of these dudes in there is not. They're everybody in love in prison. Got time. You ain't got time to do nothing but be in love. Just recently, allegedly, somebody I talked to, she cool ass chick. I was in a relationship with this nigga for over a year. She spent over 15K on this nigga. I'm sitting here smiling. She's like, what you smiling for? I said, because he came home and didn't fuck with you. She said, yeah. That's the oldest book in the pen. You weren't the only one. He only got you for 15. That nigga was down for 19 years. Oh, nigga, some bitches got hit. Quite a few. If he got you for 19, that nigga game nice. You know what I'm saying? So it's experience, it's trials and tribulations, this penal shit and this free world shit. If you haven't been in it, and even if you have, if you haven't really been in that shit, like in that shit, you know what I mean? Allegedly, when I came home, I had 43K in the bank from being inside. So if you wasn't in it on that level, bro, just be grateful that you're home and don't live your life like Heather Mo husband. Don't live not to go back. You did all that time. You should have learned something. You better learn how to conceal something. You better learn how to use your mouthpiece. You better learn how to shut the fuck up. Use the Fifth Amendment on a nigga, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? It's I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta step outside your box. Like I say, step outside your own box and with your own game, and you'll be surprised at the moves you'll see that you can make for yourself. But that's it for me, man. I'm saying I'm about to uh, I'm about to go do something thuggish, I believe. I appreciate you, fellas, allegedly. Thank you.
My man.
I thank y'all for the time. I appreciate everybody that came out to the show, man. Uh, I gotta do something. All right, love y'all. See y'all soon, man.
Love you too, man. Thanks for coming on.
You know.
Much love.
So
Yeah, good show.
he's been sneaking out before me the past couple episodes, so it's my turn to go first this time. You know, this mental health Monday went along with Law 18. Don't isolate yourself. It can be dangerous. You just have me, him, and K Wayne and Heather and a couple other people down here in the comments telling how that isolation can do and what it'll do to you. That's the dangerous part. Sometimes it's not you that isolates you. Sometimes it's other people. Sometimes it's circumstances, whatever. But make sure not to build them walls, man. Be out there and work hard to prosper and to grow. You can always be better than you was yesterday, and you can always be better than you was today. So that being said, it's your boy Frost. I appreciate you all for being here for Kickstands Down. We'll see you next week. Thank you all for coming. Have a good one.
Yep. Okay, there we go. Guess it's time for me to close it out with no beat. So, good show. Stay positive. Self-love is the best love. Uh, check on yourself before you decide to check on others, though. Because if you yourself ain't right, how the hell can you be right for others, let alone your family? Um, take advice, man, but when you
Advice, make sure that you're taking advice from the right people that's been through something, and they're leading you in the right direction. That falls back with the whole mental thing. Mentally, you have to be ready to experience all the world's challenges day by day. So get yourself time in, get your self-love in, get your self-appreciation in, get your self-evaluation in, you know what I'm saying, self-respect, build up your confidence. And I'm not saying that you lack thereof. What I'm saying is build up your confidence and everything else will flow. Appreciate you for tuning in to KSD, Kickstands Down. I wait. You already know my slogan, fake love is always worse than real hate. No debate. You heard it here first from your main man, Trouble, a.k.a. Left Lane Bully. And I'm not this motherfucker. Peace.
Say let's get it.
Kickstands down, sweater toes on the ground. Fall around, I'm 10 toes down.
If you want it, we can get it. Chop it up, then split it. If it's solid, then I'm with it. Say let's get it. Only one gon' scratch, the other two, they scared. Nobody forgot what you said. The beef ain't dead, get it back in bloodshed. Ducking from the cops and the ops and the feds. Serve 'em off the top with the